Hi everyone, I've got a day in the studio today where I'm working on a section from a track for Viriditas, Mike Brinch. And there's this one section in the middle. I just thought it would be great to try and document the process of how I'm putting a drum part together for this, because it's a really interesting bit and it's going to take me a while to figure out. So I haven't actually started looking at it yet. That's my job now. So I'm going to just walk you through the process and we'll see what we come up with at the end. So the first thing I'm going to do is literally just play the bit of track that I've been sent with the click, so you can hear what it sounds like, and then we're going to try and flesh out the drum part, work out what we're going to play, what's going to work best for the particular section. So yeah, I'll let you hear it first.
Cast off your fear of your dependency and leave it all behind. We are the guardians, the shield of your body and mind.
So you can hear from that the guitar part's not really on the beat very much. It's not following the click. So although obviously it's in time. So what I'm going to try and do with the drum part is I'm going to try and get my cymbal hits, maybe some snare hits as well, to be with those guitar notes. So the first job really is to try, I'm going to chart it out and try and figure out where the crashes are landing, which beats of the bar, which will help me to figure out what I'm going to play sort of in between those notes. So that's the first job. So I'm going to put a chart together now and then I'll get back to you after that. So I've just finished putting the chart together, and you can see from having a look at that no two bars are the same. There's a few time signature changes in there as well. So it's going to be a bit of a one to work out, try and figure out what I'm going to play. Thank you very much, Mike. So the first thing I'm going to do is go over to the drum kit and have a go at just trying to get all those crashes in the right place. Just to make sure I can play that first, and then once I'm comfortable with that, I'm going to try and figure out what I can play in between them. There's a few places where the pitch or the melody of the guitar part is it changes, so it jumps between in various intervals. So I'm going to try and do that on the try and incorporate some of that on the drums as well. I'm going to try and play a lower pitch crash with the lower guitar notes, higher pitch, and so on. Maybe even incorporate some of the toms too with that, but we'll come to that a bit more later.
Leave it all behind. We are the guardians, the shield of your body and mind. Cast off the fear.
So you can hear we've already got a bit of a framework there with crashes, giving us places to latch onto. So what I'm going to try and do next is fill out some of the gaps, if you like, and that's the interesting bit, I guess. Trying to figure out what's going to fit in there, what rhythms, what's going to be a pattern that's going to go nicely between some of those crashes. The other thing that to be thinking about, I guess, is half of that section is playing underneath the vocal line and the other half is not. So really underneath the vocals I don't want to be doing too much to take away from what's happening with the vocals there, but the second part I can add a bit more because there's a bit more space in the mix for the drums to be heard. So I'm going to have that approach and see what I'll come up with next. So I'll go back to the drum kit.
Your dependency and leave it all behind. We are the guardians, the shield of your body and mind.
So that's the section I've ended up with. I started off by just adding a few snare hits at the beginning before some of the crashes, and gradually tried to build the whole thing towards the end. So as it goes further through, I've added more and more toms until the last couple of bars is fairly tom heavy, lots of fast moving around the toms there. But yeah, so I'll play the whole track in context, take away the click so you can hear what it's going to sound like, and yeah, I hope that's been interesting and maybe even useful. Who knows?
Cast off your fear of your dependency and leave it all behind. We are the guardians, the shield of your body and mind.
So there we go. That just about wraps that bit up. Do let me know what you thought of that, whether you would do anything differently or how you would approach it. I'd like to get tips from other people as much as giving tips out. So yeah, do feel free to leave comments and yeah, let me know what you thought. Thanks very much.